Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys Magic. This is Hunter, Shane, and Steven. Say what up, guys.
And I'm not going to steal your intro.
What's up, nerds?
That's your intro, Steven? I'll take
That's a
it.
good intro.
We
Yeah.
are back. This is May 13th, 2025. Got another round of Final Fantasy spoilers because, as you may or may not have known, spoiler season's going until May 30th, so strap in. But we got a lot of spicy cards to talk about. So before we do, I just want to remind everybody we only talk about the rares and mythics for the video. If you guys wanted to see every single spoiler as they are spoiled every day for spoiler season, check the link below for our Instagram. We post them all there. But let's go ahead and get started with this first one we actually missed from yesterday. Apologies, but this is Matoya, Archon Elder. 2 and a blue for a 1/4 legendary creature human warlock. It says whenever you scry or surveil, draw a card.
Super good.
Very simple and to the point for 3 mana. That effect is pretty solid. It's an opt on a stick.
I like Op on a Stick.
Yeah, if we would have talked about this yesterday, this probably would have been my favorite card.
Dude, Hunter, I probably my favorite card too. How'd you miss this
Okay,
one?
guys. It was an accident. I just saw a couple blue cards, missed this blue card.
Yeah, oh, accidentally missed a blue one too.
The
Steven.
blue card,
Yeah.
heard. Yeah.
Okay, talk about the card and enough
It's
about my mistakes.
Amazing. I want to play this in all of my scrying and surveil decks because card draw wins games.
Card draw does win games. That's true. We've said it here multiple times. Steven, I believe you are on board with that mantra as well.
No, I think card draw loses you games.
That's what I thought.
We'll just ignore what he
Card
says.
draw, not for me.
Mm-mm.
What do you think, Matoya?
It's a great card. I mean, I think it's simple, to the point. If you want to play this as a commander, obviously there's a bunch of scrying in blue. There's surveilling, especially with the last few sets. So I think it's a good time. I think you're going to have a fun time.
I think it fixes like the part that sucks about these things. You put them back on top and you wait. Not anymore.
Yeah, like I said, it's an opt on a stick. It's continuously, hey, I'm going to scry. Or these are, technically it's only monocolored. So if you were to put this at a helm of a deck, I'm not going to get into it very much, but scry lands are kind of out the window, which is unfortunate because they're actually good in this deck. All the temples.
True.
But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the cards from today. Enough of the card that I missed yesterday.
Well, before we move on, I'm so sorry. I do want to say one thing. I feel like, and I'll say this in the Commander Grades video for Matoya, if you do play this as your commander, you do have to say, my name is Inigo Montoya.
Oh, God.
You killed my father.
This is Matoya. Bit of a difference. Steven is...
Prepare to die.
Okay, let's move on. Next up is Ultima, Origin of Oblivion. It is 5 generic for a 4/4 legendary creature god. It's got flying. It says whenever Ultima attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has tap for a colorless. And then whenever you tap a land for a colorless, you add an additional colorless. This card is awesome.
This card
this is
cool.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you're shutting off all of your opponents' dual lands, tri lands, any kind of activated ability lands. Oh, you use tap for colors now.
That's mean.
Sure. I mean, I think that's definitely a route you can go. I actually really like this in like the 99 of a colorless deck for sure.
Yeah,
Put it in the Eldrazi decks. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and then your land tap for double. Their
The
land
thing
tap
about
for
Urza's
one.
Battleflopter, I think this slots in perfectly in that deck.
It was a cool card.
Yeah. Anything that's colorless, I think this is a powerhouse. I mean, but I absolutely love that first ability of just, your lands don't do anything.
Super cool.
Well, they still do something, but
they do a little something.
They do a little something. But yeah, Ultima. Crazy.
Cool card.
Speaking of Ultima, how about just this card called Ultima? It's 3 and 2 white for sorcery. Destroy all artifacts and creatures and the turn.
I think it's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
I think it's okay.
I know you think it's
Spoiler
okay.
alert. My favorite card.
Wow, you're going to say this is your favorite card?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the rest of them.
Yeah, so
I don't care.
I'm going to tell you why I don't like this card.
Here we go.
It's the end. It's the part that you guys like. It's the end the turn part on this card.
Yeah.
Most of the times when I play a board wipe, I want to at least play another spell so I can just at least rebuild. This says you can't do that. It's a board wipe. You no longer get your turn.
I think that's great.
I'll tell you why I think your reasoning is wrong.
Okay.
Most of the time when you play a board wipe, unless it's Blasphemous Act, most of the time you're investing 6 mana into it. We'll say 4 at the least if you're playing like a Wrath. This is 5 mana. I understand that you'll probably not be able to cast anything, but I feel like most of the time when a board wipe happens, it's pretty early on in the game, turn 5 and 6, and you're really not doing anything afterwards anyways. It's like, draw my card, everyone's got a bunch of stuff, I'm going to go ahead and play my land, I'm going to tap, destroy everything, and I'm going to pass.
True.
You're just doing the same thing.
Disagree.
What? Okay. What's the card that exiles everything again? What's that called?
Farewell.
That's farewell.
So are you doing
Farewell's
anything
a-
after you farewell?
It depends on when I draw it.
Hell no, you're not. You're farewelling and you're passing.
This doesn't allow me to do anything regardless of what turn I play this on.
This also lets none of the death triggers happen. It doesn't let any they just lose everything. It's insane.
You also lose everything too.
Well, hopefully you're playing a control deck where you're not losing too much.
Okay, so now it's just good for a control deck.
Well, yeah. And that's where I'm playing.
Yeah, this slots into blue-white perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, this is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and cast Ultima. I'm going to hold priority to Fairy's Protection. Bye.
That's super
Wow,
good.
you really like this card now, don't you? Oh,
I don't.
you get to keep all your
I
stuff,
still
and
don't
you
like
get to. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Now you're playing a game of I've got a bunch of mana. And if you had a bunch of mana, then I'd rather play something.
I mean, you have 8. That's not that unheard of, but yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're saying
that's
you'd
fine.
rather play one thing after losing all your stuff than destroying everybody else's stuff and then basically saying good luck.
I mean, you're ending the turn, so you do not have anything back. That means your opponents are all gonna rebuild before you.
You won't have to rebuild. You T-Pro'd. We're talking too much about this card. It's great. Roast Hunter in the comments. Let's move on.
I say
It's
we're
not
not
that
gonna
great.
convince him, dude.
We
I
didn't
don't
even
think
talk about the
this-
flash aspect of this card, by the way.
Doesn't
Good.
have flash.
Yeah, you
what,
can-
what
It
aspect?
It doesn't. Plenty of colors that will let you do the flash thing in Magic, and this in a flash style deck is insane.
I mean,
Sure.
that's over the top if it has a flash deck. But
I just don't think this card's gonna see any play. Put it in your
Roast
deck.
them.
Prove me wrong.
I mean, I might have to put it in the deck now.
Do it.
You're gonna be like, "Whoa, what do you
tell
mean
me,
nothing
tell me
happens?"
tell me what you're taking out of to make room for this card.
Anything.
Okay.
I'll put 99 lands in my deck. No commander.
No commander, 99 lands. All right, let's move on. So these next cards, these all come from the starter decks, but it is still considered the main deck. So here's some new cards. This first one, Beatrix, Loyal General, 4 and 2 white for a 4/4 legendary creature human soldier. It's got vigilance, and it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of equipment you control to target creature you control. Talk about a Voltron style,
Yeah,
huh?
it's pretty decent.
Just swap everything to one creature.
Dude, it's
I'm here for it.
heavy.
Not here for
Yeah,
it whatsoever.
It's 6 mana, obviously, but that ability just to put everything on one creature is pretty good.
I mean, I think it's
I
cool.
mean, why
for
not just play Pure
beginners.
Steel Paladin?
Good.
Yeah, I think this is
Beatrix
cool for
Loyal
beginners.
General.
That's about it, dude.
Yes, this is a starter deck card for sure.
Yeah, it is. But I think it's a good ability.
The ability's
it's
good
all
for
right.
sure, yeah.
Next card is Judgment Bolt. This is 3 and a red for an instant. It says it deals 5 damage to target creature and X damage to that creature controller, where X is the number of equipment you control.
Hmm.
That's cool.
It's all right.
This is good
I
for
will
an
say,
equipment deck.
I will say this is pretty good because usually Boros is really big on equipment style decks, and I think the really cool thing is most of the time when you're building an equipment style deck, you're usually building Voltron, so people are normally dealing with your commander, not really your artifacts. So having this and having a bunch of artifacts, because people are going to be like, oh, he's got to spend all this mana to equip, unless you have Beatrix out or whatever. But here we are.
Here still.
I mean, this seems pretty good to slot into the new Cloud deck. Not terrible. Nice little bolt. Bolt of lightning for 4 mana.
Bolt lightning.
Another card is Rosa, Resolute White Mage. It's 3 and a white for a 2/3 legendary creature, human noble cleric. It's got reach. And this is at the beginning of combat on your turn. You put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains lifelink until end of turn.
Dude, it's an expensive aspirant. That card was so good.
That is a bit of
What
a
do you mean?
difference.
Didn't give lifelink.
Right, so this
It
card
had
is,
lifelink.
yeah, I'm saying it's a more expensive aspirant.
I think it's a solid card. I think I don't know. I know they're all from starter decks, so they're not as powerful, but I know they're pushing power in this set clearly, and I think even the starter decks are just pretty powerful. I don't know. We've seen some good cards so far.
Yeah, it just makes me mad when they give things like this reach. Like I understand she's got a bow and arrow, but like I've seen huge creatures in Magic that I know a bow and arrow can't hit, but even those creatures don't have reach. It makes me upset.
Yeah. Moving on to the next card. This is Lightning Security Sergeant, 2 and a red for a 2/3 legendary creature human soldier. It's got Menace, and it says whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player, exile the type card out of your library. You can play that card for as long as you control lightning.
It could be a
Man,
land.
we always talk about, hey, it's really good when it says the end of your next turn. That just straight up says for as long as you control lightning.
True.
that's just whenever lightning's on the field.
Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't get removed.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a pretty solid piece to include in any kind of those like Prosper decks or something like that.
Baldorn.
Baldorn. There you go.
Alnorn.
That seems good.
Solid.
You play lands.
That
on
Yeah, it
has
it.
reminds me a little bit about that one card. Whenever you attack with it, you get to exile the top card of your library, and then it gets a +1/+1. Obviously, this is not as good, but yeah, kind of reminiscent, I guess you could say, Shane.
I love that word.
Definitely reminiscent. I can see it too. Let's move on to the next card. This is Ultima Weapon. It's 7 mana for legendary artifact equipment. It says whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target creature and opponent controls. Equipped creature gets +7/+7, equipped cost of 7.
Dude, that's
It's a lot of sevens.
a lot to say. I wonder if it's from Final Fantasy VII. Oh, it is.
Oh, it is. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
I would
Final
love
Fantasy
to equip
VII.
this to the Sire of Seven Deaths.
I would love
Yes.
to equip this to Captain America.
Sevens. I'm here for it. I think this is a pretty cool card. Obviously, it is very expensive for 14 mana just to get it equipped to something.
You got
Oh, dude, you
Um,
can have Beatrix out. You're good.
That's
There you
true.
go.
There you go.
Dude, you love
Just-
that card.
Yeah, just cast it. You're
Yeah,
fine.
as long as you're not paying that equip cost, this card's good.
Yeah. So this will be the end of it.
Would I rather run the Sword of Cauldra? Maybe, but whatever.
Hmm.
This is the Ultima, though, dude.
Yeah.
How about this next card, Steven? This is called Deadly Embrace. It is 3 and 2 black for a sorcery. Destroy target creature and opponent controls, then draw a card for each creature that died this turn.
Not great.
Could be a lot of card draw. Big board wipe.
It's at least, yeah, it's minimum of 1 for 5 mana at sorcery speed, which is pretty bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
great.
But
You're probably doing this after you cast a board wipe, but then again, you're then paying
5.
for, like, we'll say 3. Like, let's say you have Toxic Deluge. Like, we're talking EDH, not standard, obviously, but like, let's say you have Toxic, you do that, and then you play this. That's still 7 mana. I'm sorry, 8 mana. That's so aggressive.
Also, do you have to be careful with Toxic? Because doesn't this need to have a target for it to resolve?
Mm-hmm.
You can't fully wipe the board,
Yeah, and then it kind of sucks too, because like if somebody casts like a heroic intervention or like a protection spell, then after that, like, you're still not drawing a bunch of cards because then you can't even destroy the creature. Like it. This is bad.
Yeah, this reminds me of Ultima. This is not a good card.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, moving
So
on,
so
everyone.
different.
Moving on. What's so different about it? It's 5 mana.
We're moving on.
Moving on to Ultimecia. Sure, we're just playing with the word
Ultimecia.
ultimate. Ultimecia. Temporal Threat. 4 and 2 blue for a 4/4 legendary creature human warlock. It says when Ultimecia enters, tap all creatures your opponents control. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Yeah, I heard you want to put this in Hilda or whatever.
It's pretty cool. It's one of those cards that come down at a reasonable time for 6 mana, taps all your creatures your opponents control, and then you can just swing in and draw
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah.
It's
And
solid.
it's not one or more, it's just a creature. Pretty
Whenever a
good.
creature. Yep.
Lots
like
of card
that one.
draw. That wins games, Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
It does win games, Steven.
It's not here for it.
You don't like it.
I mean, it almost
Trying
says
to-
Ultima. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like the thing that kind of is difficult for me to get behind this is, I mean, obviously you're building around the card, but like if this isn't your commander, if you're playing EDH, you're drawing this, and usually if you're playing like let's just say mono blue, you probably don't have a ton of creatures. So it's kind of weird. So like if you're playing a card draw deck, like there's other cards that do it better, cheaper. Now granted, this does tap all your opponent's creatures. So if you're running something like is it split? What's the card in standard Final Showdown? Is that what it is, or is it split up?
Either one.
Yeah,
Split
so
up
just
is
destroy all
split up.
tapped creatures.
Oh yeah, that's split up. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
have to say
split
Final
up.
Showdown's multiple cards.
Yeah, being able to destroy all tapped creatures is, I mean, it's a fun way to run that, I think.
Yeah.
And you
It's,
got tap matters too, yeah.
It does.
But then
seem-
you've probably paid like 10 mana, so you better win the game.
That's true. You better win the game. But let's go ahead and move on to the next card. This is Magitek Scythe. It's 4 mana for an artifact equipment that has a test of your reflexes. When this equipment enters, you may attach it to target creature you control. If you do, that creature gains first strike until end of turn and must be blocked this turn if able. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and equip cost of 2. There's that thing again, Shane. Equipment coming down and attaching right away.
Yeah, it's got to nowadays, dude.
Yeah, but if it doesn't, yeah, just like Shane said, I mean, it's 6 mana.
That
Yeah,
is
it is 6
expensive.
mana, but
I think
but
that it
it
coming down and
does.
attaching is great, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Not, it's not that bad actually.
And it's forcing your opponent to block, which is probably just gonna first strike damage and kill
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah, but I mean,
fucking
here's
good.
the floor. I think it says they have to block, and you're hopefully swinging this at somebody with one creature. That's kind of important. But if people just have a bunch of tokens, you're just I mean, I don't know. I think it's good, but like it's very situational.
I mean,
Like most cards.
yeah. That's tends to happen.
This must be
I
some
don't
kind
know.
of
I
like
think it is. I mean, once again, these are starter deck cards, so it
Yeah.
is okay.
this must be like a important part of the game or something, because during the live stream, everyone was just spamming a test of your reflexes. I don't know what that means.
Comment down below, Final Fantasy players, what is a test of your reflexes? Would be interested to hear what it is.
I'll just Google it right now.
Moving on to the next card, it is Xande Dark Mage, 2 blue and a black for a 3/3 legendary creature human wizard. It has menace. And it says it gets +1/+1 for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard.
Demir.
Unfortunately, it is Dimir. Unfortunately, that +1/+1 for each is a little more difficult being non-creature, non-land. It's so specific.
Yeah, it's got to be a Spellslinger deck, I guess.
Yeah, and I think Steven is probably not here for it because once again, Steven was last time we saw a good Dimir card.
It's been a very long time, and it's making me a little upset on the inside.
Maybe just Demir's not that good anymore, Steven.
I know, that's why I switched to Team or Dragons.
Oh god.
Literally, we got blue in there still. I was gonna say the opposite colors. Yeah, this one's okay. Shane, you're absolutely right. Spellsling. And this gets big, quick, and
Good.
menace is nothing to scoff at.
A bit of evasion, not too bad.
Moving on to the final card we were talking about today. This is Seymour Flux. It's 4 and a black for a 5/5 legendary creature Spirit Avatar. It says at the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 1 life. If you do, you draw a card and put a +1/+1 counter on Seymour Flux. It seems pretty solid, Steve. What do you think?
I think it's a super expensive Phyrexian arena that gets bigger.
It's a attackable Phyrexian arena, yeah, which is cool. This is just gonna keep growing.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I mean, it's also. God damn it. I think it is a fixed Phyrexian arena though, because that card kills me. This doesn't.
Yeah, it's a you may. That's correct.
Just
Exactly.
run removal, Shane.
On my own enchantments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Enchantment removal on yourself.
I don't
Duh.
know. It's like I'm saying, it's not like an amazing card, but I've died
Yeah, I
to
think it's
my
pretty
own
solid.
card.
Yeah, this is 5-mana 5/5 that gets bigger. Card advantage. What more do you want?
Big dumb draw beater.
Big dumb draw beater. Love it. But yeah, that is going to do it for us today. If you guys liked that video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so you're staying up to date with all these videos that we are putting out, because boy, there is a lot coming. But yeah, comment down below. What was your guys' favorite card we talked about today, or just leave us some trivia about Final Fantasy that we have no idea about. But we are here to learn. But before we wrap things up, let's just go around the table. We'll talk about our favorite cards that we talked about today. Steven, I'm going to take a guess. It's the card that we missed yesterday.
My name is Inigo Matoya. And it's actually Ultima. I said it at the very beginning of the video. And it's fantastic. I love it. Probably gonna put it in every deck, and I'll spend some money to make sure that happens.
You won't have to spend much. It'll be like 20 cents.
Oh, dude, you are
I hope
such a
so.
hater, dude.
It's all right. I can't get mad at Hunter because there's always like that one card that I love so much that I know he hates, and it's vice versa. So like we're doing it.
How about you, Shane? Do you have a favorite?
I'll say it. I like Matoya. Yeah. We missed
Okay.
it, but we talked about it today. I think it's a great card.
You killed my father.
And I think Ultima, but not that dumb Ultima. It's Origin of Oblivion. It's the god. I think that is the best card we talked about today. It's cool. It's awesome. It's definitely one of those ones that you would want to build around. Maybe even throw into a 99, like Steven said, of an Eldrazi deck or something like that. It's cool.
I hope we get
Not
so
nice
many
for you to
comments,
say that
dude.
Ultimecia is dumb.
What?
You said not that dumb Ultima.
Yeah.
You must have been talking about Ultimecia.
Ultimecia or Ultima Weapon. We talked about a lot of Ultima stuff today.
Yeah.
Yep, that's going to do it. If you guys wanted to check out all of the other cards that are spoiled daily, once again, as a reminder, check the Instagram down below. We post all the spoilers. While you're down there, you'll also find links to all of our social media accounts. Follow us on everything just to keep up to date with everything else we got putting out. And on the screen right now, those are all of our Patreon subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your added support. It really does mean the world to us. If you guys wanted to check out what they are seeing, which is not here on YouTube, please check the link in the description as well and consider subscribing. And a very special shout out to our Gains Indestructible tiers, starting with
Aaron Hill,
Brian Ganella,
Daryl Tripp,
Demarion Turner,
Dr. Jerome,
Jimmy Ward,
Kevo,
Larry Killian.
Thrifty, BSGR.
and Tim K.
You guys are awesome. Appreciate every single one of you. And until the next video, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Tell Hunter Ultima's great in the comments, please.
Bye-bye.